Yeah, on Friday they wrapped up a couple of days of negotiations in Washington. You're seeing pictures of the Chinese vice premier, Liu He, not making any promises as he left the trade talks with the Treasury Secretary, Steve Mnuchin, and the Trade Representative, Robert Lighthizer, earlier today. The tariffs on $200 billion of Chinese goods are officially up to 25%. Let's get to the White House now, and Edward Lawrence, who's been all over this and joins us with the latest. Edward.
Yeah, Connell, it now seems that China is on the clock. Chinese sources are telling us that the Treasury Secretary told Vice Premier Liu He that they have about 4 weeks now until everything else that China imports into the United States is under a 25% tariff. The president says that's about $325 billion worth of items. Now, the Vice Premier told us that the talks went fairly well. He says those talks will continue in the future, although there is no schedule at this point of when those talks will continue. It was a cordial smile today as the vice premier arrived at the U.S. Trade Representative's office. It was another cordial smile, handshakes, and a wave as he left the U.S. Trade Representative's office. Now, sources say that the U.S. delegation, or at the U.S. delegation at dinner last night, the vice chairman told the U.S. that there is really nothing more that he could do, that it would now be up to the two world leaders to try and work this out. The experts say that they don't see this as a complete breakdown.
This is not a walkout or a breakdown of the talks. That's the good news. The bad news is obviously there were two sets of issues to be worked on. One is what the president referred to as Chinese renegotiation. Sometimes the word reneging has been used as well. The other set of issues was the remaining, Steve Mnuchin said we're 90% there at one point, the remaining 10%.
In fact, the administration remains hopeful that there can be a deal at the end of all this. The tariffs went into effect, and the Chinese still showed up for the trade talks with their top negotiator.
I believe a deal is possible, but what President Trump has made clear is we think we're in a very strong position either way.
The president indicating that there would be a phone call eventually between the two presidents there to try and possibly work this out. The ball seems to be in the Chinese court right now. Back to you, Connell.
All right, now we wait. Edward, great reporting. Edward Lawrence at the White House.